What's up, my beautiful light beings? As I always state at the beginning of every video, these are just live recordings. So the numbers do not matter. Like, people attending the actual live it's not important. It is meant to just be recorded and you watch at a later date when it's on the page. But anyway, sending love light to everyone who is on my frequency and will be able to receive said love light. I hope that this week has been a positively filled one. I hope it's been a very productive week so far for everybody. We are in a moon phase, so what is it, full moon? Yeah. So yeah, as usual, first of all, let me not mess it up, because that's what it is. I get on here and be rolled up and ready to go, ready to channel, and then I'll catch blanks because I don't be zen. But yeah, as we are continuing on just experiencing this shift, this overall shift, as we are experiencing our overall soul evolution on a collective level, and on an individual level, because while we are here and we're working together collectively, there is definitely stuff that needs to still be done on our own individual journey. So I do hope that things are progressing for everyone. Because the thing is this, it's like, regardless of if you are still choosing to not, not heal, you're still evolving. You're just evolving on the negative polarity. You're not evolving in the positive aspect. So it's just going to take you a little bit longer to get back to said positivity than it would have before. So that's why, especially during this shift, especially before that eclipse season, a lot of us was reiterating how important it really is to have gotten that healing work done, and at least to have embarked on your healing journey a little bit beforehand, because you had to be at a certain point in your healing journey in order to be able to be aligned with the new vibration that is on the planet. So, it's definitely key as far as healing is concerned to try to get that done. Now, again, there's always room for healing. You understand what I'm saying? You can heal it, you can stop, you can choose to embark on love light at any point in time. It's just that, again, it's try to avoid making a situation more difficult for yourself. So to take heed ahead of time is important. And now that those of us who have been able to shift over into 5D, or y'all hear a lot of teachers and readers and stuff, messengers, you hear them speak about New Earth, and refer to that 5D is the density that we have currently embarked into. But we have made it 2. So it's one of those situations. And y'all, I'm being real calm. Like, I'm not putting too much energy into nothing I'm saying right now. One, because I'm letting the herbs kind of do its thing so that I can properly get the message that I need to get. Because I've been getting downloads all week. And a lot of times I'll come on here and I'll have something that I want, that I'll be like, all right, I could expand upon that, you know. I could definitely elaborate that download. But then I'll get on and then it'll be a whole nother different channel. And so I just be wanting to put myself in that mode. But no, we have new levels. Because we're in new levels now, we have new lessons to learn. I realize. Those of us who've been in this for a few years, we've been doing this, like, we're not babies anymore. Those of us before, like, who woke up way earlier, I feel like they had time. They had some years to kind of coast on through and learn and have their ups and down kind of moments. But those who woke up just a little bit closer to the energetic shift, it was straight crash courses. You understand? We had straight crash courses. Now, as we have gotten accustomed to how the spiritual realm works, like, we've learned, you know, different things like tools, communication, you tapping into this, you understanding this, you know what I'm saying? We got the basics down. Now we're at another level of school where we have the basics. Now it's time to actually apply the things that we've learned. Now it's time to actually be tested in the things that we've learned. Now it's time to actually believe. And not just believe, but more so know who we are. It's the time to more so know who we are. Know that what we have been shown within, what has been revealed within, and hear me, within, all of the things that now make sense about self, and all of the things that now make sense about source and how things operate. You understand? That's now at the forefront of things. I think that, you know, we get to this point where, you know, everybody want to be the best version of themselves, but, like, nobody really wants to take the time to understand that, like, to really be the best version of yourself, right? You have to master all aspects of yourself. And on all levels. So like, okay, boom. You've grown. Right? You're not who you were in your 20s. Who you were in your 20s, you've already discovered those things that you like. You've discovered things that you don't like. You've discovered the kind of social circles that you want to be around. You discovered what boundary you have with your family. Like in your 20s, you've done that, right? So now that, okay, boom, you're in your 30s, you shouldn't even be expecting to still be going to the same places, doing the same things, even if you're having the same social circles, still discussing the same things, still dealing with the same situations. There's no kind of elevation in conversation, none of that. If you get to that point where you're in your 30s and you're doing that, then where has the growth taken place? The universe is not going to test you on nothing else outside of the same old shit. Source is not going to send you anything that bypasses a certain level. Like it just doesn't. We don't do that. It just doesn't do that. So that's why you still gonna deal with the same niggas. That's why you still gonna deal with the same problems with your friends. That's why you're still gonna deal with the same situations over and over and over again until you're ready to take what you've learned when you were in your 20s. We're using that as an analogy, time stamp. Unless you're ready to take what you've learned in that time period and actually apply that shit to your present life now, again, nothing else is going to take place. So we can sit here and pretend as if, oh, well, because we're doing adult things, like we're buying homes and we got good jobs and we did like the textbook, like we crossed off all the bulletin points of like what to do as an adult, like that meant growth. No. Because if you're still on the same state of mind, you're still in the same... 1 second. Yeah. If you still having... My bad, y'all. I be having a... run mad fast to check on baby girl. But anyway, yeah. I'm back in the room. But yeah, so if you still sit there, you know, and the only thing that you focus on, again, it's the same old problems, which is not even problems. They're just tests. They're just lessons. They're things for you to learn, for you to understand. Then you grow. Then you move forward. Then you get another test. Then you learn. Then you grow. Then you move forward. So on and so forth. You understand? But if you choose to dwell in that arrested development stage, right? And you don't want to continue to grow after you've learned. Because, see, that's the thing. We know the lessons. We learned the lessons. We know what the lessons are. We know the lessons. We know the lessons. So we know when something's not right. We know when we're not doing something right. We know when we need to be doing something else. Like, we know because we feel that shit. But we do it anyway. Because, to be quite honest, we want to do what we want to do. As much as, like, and people don't like that kind of truth. But even in, unfortunately, some of the darkest of situations, right? If you continuously are dealing with it, it becomes a choice. It's always let me tell y'all something. It's always a choice. Because even if it's a situation where somebody got a gun to your head, and I do understand, obviously, survival. Obviously, I've been in all types of situations. Y'all know I don't lie about shit. I don't hide shit. What I'm saying is, right? When that toxicity, when that low vibrational shit, when all of these things begin to reveal itself to you, in that moment, that is your opportunity to decide whether or not you want to continue down this path, knowing that you're going to have to redo this lesson again. And we're talking about in all aspects of life. Knowing that you're going to have to redo this again. Because you know it. We all know it before we make the decision to go on and still actively do things that we know are not conducive to our well-being. So we could sit there and we'll call our friends, we'll call whoever, and we'll talk to whoever, and we'll complain about all the different people in our lives and all the different problems that we have going on. But at the end of the day, let's take the human aspect out of it, the physical aspect out of it for a second. You're sitting there actively indulging and allowing this energy to have access to you. Niggas be knowing that vessels be whole energy vampires in this bitch. You know that after she comes over, or after this person, he comes over, you're drained. I'm talking about drained. And no, yeah, it sounds like, oh yeah, I just had the best in my life. You know, that shit was mad good. I'm now knocked out and shit. No, niggas just sucked you dry of your energy. And now you have nothing for yourself because you constantly allow this particular vessel to come in and just deplete you. Now when it's time for you to get up and focus on yourself. Now when it's time for you to get up and meditate and do your work. And again, I'm talking this shit. I say this in every fucking video. Every channeled message, I pop back in and I tell y'all, this shit be for me as well. I get distracted with other shit. Now I'm too tired to meditate. Same shit. I get distracted with other shit. Now I'm doing this. Now I'm doing that. It's so much different things that transpire that we choose to distract ourselves with. We choose to entertain. We choose to do all of this shit. So yeah, we could sit around all day and we can act like, oh, well, this, that, and the third. That's true and all, but you see, in this realm, Nothing can have access to you unless you allow it. Nothing can have access to you unless you allow it. And that's both light and dark. That's not just only for, the dark. No, it's light and dark. You have to choose. That's the reason why when you first come down here, there is a veil of forgetting. You do not remember who you are. You do not remember that you are a soul who's on having just a simple human experience. You're either here to help raise the vibration of the collective, or you're either here to clear out karmic debt. You're here. It's so many different reasons why people are here. It's so many different reasons why people are here. But a lot of people end up being stuck down here because they end up falling for the distractions. They end up falling for the vanity. They end up falling for the wealth, the greed. Not even the wealth, because we're abundant and we're very wealthy. But it's the greed behind that. Like at the end of the day, we have to be so aware to the point that we realize, listen, I have to be on point. And the things or whatever I choose to distract myself with, they need to be something that I know, again, is conducive for my well-being, for my growth, for my elevation, for all of this shit. Or it's something, again, that I'm willing to sacrifice that time and that energy to in order to feed my desires and my wants. Because there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself. There's nothing wrong with taking that time and letting whatever side of you breathe. It's nothing wrong with that. However, there has to be a balance. And especially if you are a being who is down here to help raise the vibration of the collective, it's certain shit that we can't do. And I've been saying this since day one of all of these live recordings. That's why I make the disclaimer that this shit is not for these little numbers and all of that shit. I don't give a fuck. That's why it's on 12:21 on the time. That's why I come on at a certain time, because these messages are for certain beings. If you are here to raise the vibration of the collective, if you've taken the time to heal yourself and you've tapped in and you've gotten to know who you are, you've gotten to know who your bloodline is, you understand where you come from, you understand who your ancestral entire line is, you understand who your angelic team is, you understand who your spiritual guides are, you understand that there are different entities and deities that still look out for you and that still rock out with you, you understand the duality between light and dark, you understand so many different things. When you can grasp all of that shit and it just balances out for you, yeah, you know that there's certain shit that we can't do. Heavy on the be in this shit, but not of this shit. And again, that's not saying, no, you can't have a social life. No, you can't go out. No, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. Nobody's saying that. Do your thing. Have fun. Live your life. What it is, though, is that because those certain things are operated on a lower vibration, if your frequency is that of something higher, it automatically won't align. So you're not going to, you're inherently not, you're just not going to want to do it. Like it's just, that's not really, this is not. So it's not that you're too good for that shit. That's not what it is. It's just that you now understand what comes with all of that. You know on an energetic and a spiritual level what comes with going to the club. You know on an energetic level what comes with drinking too much. You know what it comes with even smoking too much. You know what it comes on all of these different levels. Even having sex. Even that. You become a lot more cautious about the vessels that you allow to have access to you like that. Because you have no idea what state someone really is in. And you have, when you remember, I have to understand, I'm over here stuttering, remember, but you have to understand that when you get to a certain point, the different vibrations that is so energy. I be trying to explain it because it comes to me as like images as far as explaining it, and it just flows. You understand? What I'm speaking on is just the overall fact of understanding how energy works. When you understand how energy works in different realms and on different frequencies, then you know why certain activities transpire on certain vibrations. So for instance, going to the club. Now it seems lit and it seems like a good time, right? Which it is. You know, you go in, boom, good drinks, good vibes, all of that. You understand? However, on the back end of it, you know that it is a lot of dark ass energy that be in one spot. You understand? You think about how many egos is in that fucking building. Is the place for all of the low vibrational energies to come and kind of showboat and do their thing. You understand? Now, if you know how to maneuver through darkness, then cool, go to the club and have a good time, in and out. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too caught up in it. But if you're not strong like that, you'll get caught up in the egoic aspect of it. Where, you know, you spending them $100 on a section. You spending them $100 on a bottle, knowing that you can go up the block to the liquor store and only cop it for like $30 or $60. You understand what I'm saying? You spending that hundreds of dollars on an outfit. You spending all so that you can get the validation of others. Oh, that's all it is. Niggas want validation. Which is a part of the normal experience, the human experience. It's nothing. We seek validation, but to what extent? Because when you get down to the nitty gritty of it, it's not, oh, we're getting dressed. We're going out to just have a good time. That's not all that it's about. Now, there are certain levels of it. You understand? There's certain levels. But those who's deeply invested into the club, They're there for validation. Energetically. What to know the kicker? They get the valid, and this is why this is in a low vibrational realm. You feel me? They get the validation by the amount of people that envy them. That's how they get the validation. So it's a whole circle of life in the low vibrational realm. So lust, greed, anger, jealousy, or envy, all of them, they all hanging out in one spot. And everybody feeds off of each other. You feel me? And it starts from the line. I'm breaking shit down to y'all. I'm really breaking shit down on a legitimate higher level of what we experience down here. You feel me? And then after this, I'm not even going to be on long. I say this every time, but I see, you know. You sit there, right? It starts from outside. Those who cannot afford or do not have the payment, right, has to wait in line, right? You want to pay a lower fee or you want to get in free, you have to wait. And as you're waiting, now again, we're not speaking. I'm speaking to you. I'm setting up a physical setting as far as the club. That's the analogy. But I'm speaking from the perspective of your spirit. Right? Your being, whatever. So those who cannot access, right? Who cannot outright pay for that validation has to now wait. Now, as they're waiting, right? As you're waiting for said validation, you already see the ones that can afford to pay for the validation, you know, going through the VIP, because that's a very important person. So that person going through that line and paying that extra, right, is already flowing in that energy. They're just greedy and they like it more. The people that's waiting in line, they don't get to be validated that often. So they don't mind waiting an hour. In hopes to just, you know, feel something. Meanwhile, that very important person, right? Boom, already validated. Even though you paid for it. It's not because you did something well. It's not because you're just a high vibrational being. It's not because you then saved many like nothing. You just happen to fucking exist and be there. right? Now remember, this is an analogy, right? So you get to the front of the line. Finally, you inside. Whew. Yes. Now, in order for me to let loose, right? My vessel has to take a back seat. And that's why we lit in the club, because the spirits is flowing. So it's our vessels no longer, it's not Sam and so that's having a conversation. No, it's my spirit. What's up? So whatever personality you have, who you are in that state is definitely you for real, for real. Or whatever you're allowing to have control at that time. That's why you have some happy drunks. That's why you have some drunks that get to be real sad. You have some really, angry drunks. You have you see them for real. So now, okay, cool, you inside. Now you done got you a couple of drinks, y'all at the bar. Now you're paying to take a seat back so that your spirit can have a time. Now what side of your spirit, what side of your being is having a time? That's up to you. Now remember, you are in lower realms. So 9 times out of 10, honey, your dark side is having the time. And again, dark does not equate to evil. That is just the shadow side of yourself. The yin and the yang. Cannot have light without darkness, honey. So now your dark side is having a time, as well as the other people's dark side is having a time. Everybody's dark side is out. If you in the club. You understand what I'm saying? Do you know your dark side? That's up to you. See, now that's the difference. Because, remember back in college, when you have that little sheltered girl, right? Never got to do anything. Her parents are super strict and shit. Then, the first week of school, she's pussy popping it on the fucking counter in a house party. Reputation gone, ruined by the first week. That's because she didn't allow herself to even look towards her shadow side. So she has no idea who she is when she's angry. She has no idea who she is when she's drunk. She has no idea who she is when she wants to fuck. She has no idea who she is when she wants to do this, that, and that, because she's never been able to explore any aspect of that side. So now, here she is. Just like how here we are in the club. Here she is in college. No boundaries. Because nobody's telling you what you really can't and can't do in the club. Same way like school. all seen plenty of people, right, getting dragged out of the club, right? Tossed over, fucked up. That's because at that point, you really have no control of your motherfucking dark side. You went past the limit of the balance. Now everybody gone. Understand? We all have this role that we're playing in this realm. The physical aspect of things is just that human experience that we have to go through. That we really chose to go through. And now we're remembering, oh shit, we chose this. And that's why this shit is so hard. And that's why I have to keep repeating these things, because, oh shit, I'm not getting the lesson. Oh shit, now I'm at a new level. What is it that I need to do now? So we can no longer just look at things from the physical plane of, oh, I'm just going to the club. I'm just going out with my girls. I'm just having a good time. No. We know that these niggas is on demon time when we're in the club. Start looking at everything from a spiritual perspective. Start looking at everything from a higher perspective. Base those opinions, base those observations, base all of that shit on a much higher perspective, from a much higher perspective. Because it allows you to dissect the levels. But rather than just stay at that lower level where, oh snap, I'm just in a club. You know, oh snap, I'm in a club. But I also need to be aware. Because this energy next to me don't feel too, all right, let me make sure I got my shit together. We do what we do. Start, peeling back the layers. Start peeling back the layers and knowing that now that we're here, we definitely can't look at shit else past this higher level. Even down to the herbs. Like this is Pineapple Express pink roses, and chamomile. And I absolutely love this blend because I respect every flower, every herb, everything, and I love what each property, all the properties that each thing has, and how it complements one another, and how it's able to help in many various ways. because I don't take pharmaceutical medication at all. So I rely on just the earth to provide that. And my bad if y'all see me going a little slow. Whenever I am channeling, I try my best to just speak intentionally. Because normally I'm more, yeah, motherfucker, but it just be dependent on who the fuck is coming through. But just know it's definitely ancestors though. Cause I don't play that shit. But nah, on the real, we have to maintain the high vibrational thought consistently. With every test that is thrown at us now, in every level. And again, this is for myself as well, because as I come on here, as you know, I spread love light, I still have to experience it in order to come on here. You feel me? And drop that love light. Because I wouldn't even know what to tell y'all about if I didn't make sure I knocked it out myself. You feel me? So we just gonna maintain high vibrations. We're gonna maintain just the absolute knowing that everything that comes just needs for us to properly observe and properly dissect, and then just move forward. Like I'm really I'm feeling that shift slowly, because a lot of times what people don't understand is that when you focus fully on who you are, you tap into your gifts, you really understand, you acknowledge certain things, you understand just within yourself. And that's the crazy thing, because people be feeling like, oh yeah, you doing this and the third, and it's like, nah, I really just got to know myself for real. And when you really understand certain deeper aspects of yourself that nobody else besides you and Source can really break down and get, there's no need to explain. You just do. You just do and let your light, let your life reflect that. And if it doesn't, then that's not the being or the vessel or anybody that needs to be around you or needs to participate in what you're doing. And that's okay. When I be dropping these messages, I don't give a fuck if the remaining of the world is just this isn't it. That's okay, my nigga, because if my sole purpose here in this realm at this particular time is to tap into one or two fucking people, I don't give a fuck. My job is done and my purpose is already fulfilled, my nigga. So I've done my job. You don't like how I deliver said message? Oh well, find another fucking messenger, my nigga. It's a lot of us. There's a lot of us here to help. They have softer spoken people like myself. They have hella different messages and different paths and belief systems. You don't have to fucking deal or listen to one person. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. There's enough of us to where you have some variety. You don't like the color, you don't like the voice, and you don't like the tone. You don't like the time of the night. You don't like the platform. You don't like the verbiage. Like, I don't know. Like, if there's something that does not resonate with you, when there is a messenger who's tapping in and you come across them, politely decline and move forward. Because here's the thing, the message is still going to be the same. The message is still going to deliver. Like, it's still going to deliver. Do you know how many of us are saying the same shit right now? Do you know how many times after literally, damn near every single time that I am done with a live recording, the next day, I'm talking about readers that I fucking tap into. Like, niggas is speaking the same shit verbatim within the next few days after. So we're all in alignment. And nobody's like, they have people that, but that's them on that realm. Like, nobody fucking is doing that. It's either you got the gift or you don't. Like, you understand? It's either you've been called to assist or you don't. Like, it's not a, oh, I'm better than anybody else thing. It's literally like, I'm here to help. Like, if y'all really knew what this shit took, do you know how much shit we have to do? Do you know how much actual shit we have to endure in order to help y'all, for real? That's the crazy part. We have to help y'all through experience. A smoke just got on the vibe. We have to help y'all through experience. Literally, through experience. So that's why I be cracking up when I be finding out on your light, let your life reflect that. And if it doesn't, then that's not the being or the vessel or anybody that needs to be around you or needs to participate in what you're doing. And that's okay. Like, when I be dropping these messages, yo, I don't give a fuck if the remaining of the world is just like, yo, this isn't it. That's okay, my nigga, because if my sole purpose here in this realm at this particular time is to tap into one or two fucking people, I don't give a fuck. My job is done and my purpose is already fulfilled, my nigga. So I've done my job. You don't like how I deliver said message? Oh well, find another fucking messenger, my nigga. Like, it's a lot of us. It's a lot of us here to help. They have softer spoken people like myself. They have hella different messages and different paths and belief systems. You don't have to fucking deal or listen to one person. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. There's enough of us to where you have some variety. You don't like the color, you don't like the voice, and you don't like the tone. You don't like the time of the night. You don't like the platform. You don't like the verbiage. Like, I don't know. Like, if there's something that does not resonate with you, when there is a messenger who's tapping in and you come across them, politely decline and move forward. Because here's the thing, the message is still going to be the same. The message is still going to deliver. Like, it's still going to deliver. Do you know how many of us are saying the same shit right now? Do you know how many times after literally, damn near every single time that I am done with a live recording, the next day, I'm talking about readers that I fucking tap into. Like, niggas is speaking the same shit verbatim within the next few days after. So we're all in alignment. And nobody's like, they have people that, but that's them on that realm. Like, nobody fucking is doing that. It's either you got the gift or you don't. Like, you understand? It's either you've been called to assist or you don't. Like, it's not a, oh, I'm better than anybody else thing. It's literally like, I'm here to help. Like, if y'all really knew what this shit took, do you know how much shit we have to do? Do you know how much actual shit we have to endure in order to help y'all, for real? That's the crazy part. We have to help y'all through experience. A smoke just got on the vibe. We have to help y'all through experience. Literally, through experience. So that's why we cracking up when I be finding out on the spiritual tip, like what niggas really be doing and what they intention to be and what they be jealous about. You don't have to do to earn the shit that I have. Yes, they are blessings on blessings on blessings. But baby, I earned these blessings because I went through some shit. That is why Source be telling y'all, don't be looking at nobody's shit. Do not be looking and nobody's shit. Because you have no idea on both the light end and the dark end. Because it's not just the dark end where it's some wild ass shit. We have to sacrifice shit too. Y'all know that. Y'all knew that when you had your awakening, when you think back on your life now versus back then, you had to let all of that, you have to die spiritually when you have an awakening. You're literally having an entire ego death. You're having a death. So when you reawaken your mind to new shit and new levels and all this different type of stuff, nigga, yeah. So we have to make sure that on this new level, we make ourselves even more aware now. Because now we've already learned what the 3D perspective, we've already gotten all the loopholes and the keys and all of that. We figured it out. We done figured it out. Or at least we're figuring it out together. We done at least got the first puzzle down. You understand? And we're working our way on up. So while we're here, now it's time. Let's strengthen these skills. Let's continue growing. Let's continue building. It's time to build. It's time to establish. I'm telling y'all, get your tribe. Get your tribe. Understand? Get your tribe. Focus on a solid foundation. Know who you are. Be who you are. You feel me? We will always know ourselves as long as we remain in tune and we remain balanced and we remain connected with those who are aligned. Because now it's no longer time to just remain in hermit mode and be in isolation. Unless you're absolutely called, then by all means, you know what I'm saying? You do what the fuck you need to do. But those of us that feels led to really build, let's fucking build. Because it's time. It's absolutely time that we start creating for ourselves. We start creating for ourselves. Ashe. Ashe. I always say I'm going to be long, I'm going to be short and not hold y'all up as far as thing, but I flow how I flow. And if, you know what I'm saying, if at whatever point you feel like you've gotten all of the information that you've needed, I'm just happy and grateful that whoever taps in with these videos, that you are able to take in some of this energy exchange You feel me? Because I'm already speaking into existence that I've felt and received. All of the energy of everyone who's tapped in and have received my energy through these videos. So I don't be, listen, I'm tripping because I love y'all. And that's why I'm on here doing it, because it, like, I say that, the reason why I say that, because I really need y'all to understand why it's important to not seek the validation. Because I'm on here right now, right? And real quick before I dip. And that's how it is averagely through the night. Because of the time that I'm on here, you feel me? People, and it's new, whatever. People in and out, pop in and out. And it's late. You might be asleep. They sitting down, they lounging. But here's the thing. What people are doing on the physical realm is not of importance to me. Right now, on the spiritual realm, we are in a whole channel. So your physical being may not be aware, but your spiritual body hears me loud and clear. So whoever is awakened at this time and who is tapped in again with and aligned with the frequency that I am on, the message is received to all intended parties. So it's just about getting the job done. So if you know that you are gifted and you know that you have been getting nudged by your spiritual team, especially your ancestors, to really hop on it, it's only going to get worse if you don't. And worse in the sense of, like, it'll just be more and more uncomfortable because of how urgent it is right now for everybody to be in tune with themselves and with source, and with their team. That way everyone can flow and be in just one. Because all is one and one is all. And I know that sounds really cliche, but that really is what it is. We are all so interconnected. It's not even funny, which is why it is important for us to no longer lollygag as a collective. Let's go ahead and tighten up the screws, and let's be sharp about the things here. Ashe? Ashe? I love y'all. Send y'all love light, and I will tap in with y'all next time. Okay. Like being it's on the page. Anyway, sending love light to everyone.